Swords, the main source of dealing damage to creatures in Minecraft. They've been with us since the very beginning. They can be crafted by materials or found in chests located in caves, strongholds, or blacksmith houses within villages. Let's begin with the wooden sword, the weakest of the bunch, dealing only 2.5 hearts of damage. This sword's durability isn't that fantastic. It will only last you 60 successful hits on a target. Although weak, the wooden sword is a good place to start for your first night of survival. It can be crafted with a stick and 2 wooden planks of any kind. Next we have the stone sword. It's only slightly stronger than the wooden sword, dealing 3 hearts of damage. The stone sword can be crafted by using a stick and 2 blocks of cobblestone. This standard sword will last you 132 hits. The iron sword deals 3.5 hearts of damage. It can be crafted with a stick and 2 iron ingots. This sword's durability almost doubles the stone sword, lasting you 251 hits. Next up is the gold sword. This pile of trash, this sword is just as weak as the wooden sword and will last you almost half as long, only 33 hits. You can craft one with 2 gold ingots and a stick. Lastly, we have the brilliant diamond sword. This bad boy deals a solid 4 hearts of core damage and will last you a staggering 1,562 hits. These swords are well worth your 2 diamonds. All damage dealt by the swords is combined with your base melee attack, adding a small damage bonus to your attack power with a sword. Using a sword to destroy a block that doesn't break instantly decreases its durability by 2 instead of 1. Blocks that can and should be used by a sword to break them are cobwebs, leaves, cocoa and vines. You can block with a sword by holding down the right mouse button. This will block a portion of the incoming damage but slow down your movement. You can critical hit with a sword if you jump and land a hit while in midair, which adds a double damage bonus to the sword's core attack. You can also charge with a sword by sprinting at the target and hitting them, causing them to be slightly pushed backwards. Swords can actually be repaired. If you have 2 damaged swords, you can combine them together to make a single sword that has the added durability values of both previous swords, plus a little extra. If one of them has an enchant, the repaired sword will lose the enchant. If you wish to keep the enchantments, you can use an anvil which will cost you some experience. You cannot do any of this with 2 swords of a different type. As you've probably guessed or already know, swords can be enchanted with an enchanting table. If you enchant your sword with sharpness, it will add a slight damage bonus with every hit. The damage will increase with every enchant level. The higher the level, the stronger the bonus. If you add the smite enchant to your sword, it will add a damage bonus only to undead mobs such as skeletons, wither skeletons, zombies and zombie pigmen. Like the sharpness enchant, the damage will be greater the higher the enchant level is. If your sword has the Bane of Arthropods enchant, it will cause the sword to do bonus damage against all arthropods, which include spiders, cave spiders, silverfish and endermites. Upon hitting an arthropod, it will also cause them to receive a slowness debuff for a short time. With each higher enchant level, the slowness effect increases as well as the damage, both by a slight amount. If you receive the Unbreaking enchant, your sword's durability will increase. The higher the enchant level, the longer your sword will last in combat. If your sword has the Knockback enchant, every hit you land will push the mob backwards a fair distance. The higher the enchant level, the further the mob is pushed back. You can also enchant your sword with the Fire Aspect enchant. Every hit with this will cause the target to burn. Mobs from the Nether are resistant to this effect, as well as mobs in water. The higher the enchant level is, the longer the fire ticks for. You can also use this as a method of cooking meat if you so desire. Lastly, there's the Looting enchant. This will increase the maximum loot drop of every mob you kill by 1 per enchant level. It also increases the drop chance of rare loot by 1 per enchant level. Interestingly, you can combine enchants with 2 swords of the same type, but the results will not always be accurate and you may lose an enchant or 2. However, this method can be used several times over to create a sword of incredible power. To do this, you'll need an anvil. You will also need 2 swords of the same type, both enchanted obviously. The more enchants you combine over the 2 swords, the greater the experience cost. Once done, your 2 swords will be forged into one mighty and powerful weapon. The anvil can also be used to rename your sword at the cost of experience. Well, I hope you've learned something about these weapons in Minecraft. If you wish to know more, I have other videos like this dedicated to mobs in Minecraft as well. My name is Mr. Cubey. Hope you enjoyed your stay, but before I end the video, once again I'm going to leave you with some trivia. Do gold swords have any special perks that other swords don't?